Next time a collection company call you, tell them this: I will gladly talk to you, but not on a recorded line. They will tell you they cannot do that and hang up. The reason why, there is a secret. They don't want you to know that they are borderline illegal. And knowing the secret helped my user in my elite credit system, Greg, remove his collection within 12 days. Now, with the Trump administration, with the CFPB under his control, they have recently removed back the protocols of medical debts being on your credit report that is over $500. So many of you will be getting calls from any outstanding medical bills, and you need to know how to stop these collection companies and why you should never pay them. So, number one, with most of these collection companies, they are what's called a third party collector, meaning they purchase this so called debt from the original creditor. Now, when it comes down to medical bills, many times your insurance companies have already paid for these medical bills. So you need to be very careful to see if you even owe that debt. And many of these collection companies would just take your name and your information, and the debt was never sold to them. So understand this principle, especially when it comes down to collections, consumer collections, and medical debt collections. If you are doing business with the original creditor, you and that original creditor are establishing a contract to do business. Either you got a service or a product from them. So if there is a debt owed, you owe them. But because a debt is owed, it doesn't give anybody the legal right to be able to be paid and collect on that debt. In the case of these third party collectors, they never gave you an Uber ride. They never gave you an apple, a hamburger, any product of service. So how do you owe them? And they know that. They would have to purchase the debt from the original creditor. But here's the thing: in order for them to purchase the debt, you, as the party doing business with the original creditor, had to give the original creditor the right to sell the debt. So, where do they have the legal right to actually buy the debt? Because when did you agree that the debt can be sold? So, in the cases of a person, if you have a mortgage, or even sometimes with these car loans, in that contract, you could be signing where you agree for the original creditor to sell that debt, but it still needs to be shown to you. Where is the original contract and where is the original application? And many of times, these original creditors don't have that because they will take all of our debts that so-called are owned and package it up and sell it to these collection companies as a portfolio. That's why many of their names will have portfolio in it, like Portfolio Recovery Services, who was fined by the CFPB for collecting on debts and actually taking people to court for debts they actually didn't even owe. They started lawsuits and they were fined for that because they buy these debts without the paperwork and proof that they had a legal right to be sold. Now, one of the main tactics of these third party collectors is that they actually record your phone call. They're in light that they don't get these debts legally most of the time. And so, what they want to do is record the conversation with you and give you the impression that they really have the legal right to collect on the debt and get you to bind a verbal agreement. They know they never gave you any services. They know many a times that you did not give legal right to the original creditor to sell that debt. And so what they try to do is trap you by recording the conversation for you then to bind a verbal agreement with them to start to pay on this debt. So it's like your marriage. If you go and say, I do, in front of your pastor or even a judge, by verbally agreeing to the terms of that marriage, then you have to go through a whole legal process called divorce to get out of it. The same thing with them. They try to make you believe that you owe them, and many of you are in the dark, not knowing about this, that they're borderline illegal, and you start to feel guilty and start to bind a legal contract with them. With the original creditor, many a times why they charge off these debts and sell them to a third party, because they actually on their taxes is taking a loss from that debt. Many of them, if it's a credit card debt, the whole time you've been paying. And then when you get to the point you can't pay for the balance of the debt, if it's a $2,000 debt left over, you've been paying the whole time. It wasn't like they wasn't making money. But on their taxes, they turn around to the IRS and say, I took a loss of $2,000 because this person didn't pay me back. They take it as a loss, as a deduction. Now, with them coming to try to collect that $2,000 from you and getting a tax credit of $2,000, that's an enrichment of $4,000. They actually are making money. So to get around that, they package the debt up with everybody else and sell it to these third parties, and they make even more money. So it's really a racket that's going on. And because you don't know all these increments, you don't understand that this is what they're doing. So let's talk about solutions. Number one, you want to always send them a debt validation letter. This letter gives you the legal right under the federal law to demand that they show proof they have a legal right to collect on the debt. Now, if they can't, within the 30 days of contacting you about this debt by mail, produce that when you respond with a debt validation letter, they cannot report that on your credit report. Now, if you pass that 30-day window and you have a collection on your credit report, you still have a right to demand debt validation from that company. And if they cannot prove it, they cannot continue to report it. Now, when it comes down to medical collection, it get even more choppy because usually when they want to validate this debt, they're going to send you a bill from the other company in their name, which is the original creditor. But that's not proof that they have legal right to collect on a debt because a debt is owed. It doesn't mean that you have a right to collect on it. You guys owe light bills right now. I can't knock on your door and show you your light bill and demand that you pay me. You'll call the cops on me, and the cops will usher me off of your property because where's my proof that I have legal right to collect on the debt? It's the same for them. So you want to demand that with this debt validation letter. And when they send you that bill back with medical bills, that's a violation of the HIPAA law. Many of them are not following and keeping that private health information secured. So they have laws that they need to actually follow with keeping personal health information, and them having your information on radiation or any kind of medical bill is a violation. And with my debt validation letters, with medical bills, it's a return letter. If they send you that, actually letting them know of the fact that they are in violation of the HIPAA law, and many of them would just drop that. Now, I have these debt validation letters at my website if you need it. And also with my elite credit system users, like Sean was able to go from a 612 credit score all the way with his credit scores over 770 in a matter of 6 months. And now he's at an 803 credit score. So if you need my credit coaching and my AI software with my personal help, you can hit the link in the description of the video, and in the pinned comment section, you can access that information and resource. So that's one approach. But you want to make sure that when you send these letters, debt validation letters, you send it certified mail every time. And make sure, please, people, do not sign those letters because they will take your signature and they can put it on a contract. So with them, do not sign it. If you're sending a dispute with the credit bureaus, you can sign those. But to collection agencies, do not sign it. And with a debt validation letter, you're sending it directly to the collection agency. So make sure you follow that protocol. Do not sign those letters. Now, the second part, with the charging off on the debts, many of you guys need to get your transcripts online from the IRS. You can get your wage and income transcripts because many of these collection companies that bought these debts, the charge off from the original creditor, many of them do a 1099-C, a cancellation of debt, and they will stick you with the debt obligation. But if they cancel the debt is no longer owed. So you can actually send proof of that 1099 and dispute that to get that collection off of your credit report. And you can get that information from the IRS under your file. Now, the third part is when you send off that debt validation letter directly to the collection company, they need to notify the credit bureaus that that account is in dispute. They need to make notations of that, because if you're going for a mortgage or credit, that creditor need to know that this account may not be yours, and they shouldn't consider it at that time because it's in currently being disputed. So they need to see those notes. Many of times they do not do that. So you want to watch your credit report and let them respond in that 30 days. And if those notations is not on there, you sent the letter certified mail, you need to get the print off from the UPS post office website on when the day they received it, and show that they never notated your account. That is a violation of the SCRA, and you need to demand that the credit bureaus delete that immediately because they violated the Fair Credit Reporting Act. So you want to use these steps to help you remove collections and also stop collections. Do not just straight up pay these companies. So hopefully this information was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comments section. But if you have more detailed questions for me, you can go to my website and all your questions go directly to my cell phone. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned.